Cricket legend Kapil Dev, born in 1959, is an Indian icon. He conquered the sport as a star all-rounder, excelling both as a fast bowler and middle-order batsman. His 1983 World Cup victory as captain remains etched in Indian cricket history, making him the youngest skipper to ever lift the trophy. Dev's incredible stats speak for themselves. He's the only player to score 5,000-plus runs and take 400-plus wickets in Test cricket. He even held the record for most Test wickets until 2000. Beyond the field, Dev coached India's national team and received prestigious awards like the Padma Bhushan and Wisden's Indian Cricketer of the Century title. A true legend, Kapil Dev's legacy continues to inspire generations. Kapil Dev, born 1959 in Chandigarh, India, hailed from a Punjabi family with roots in Pakistan. He studied at DAV College, embarking on a journey that would make him a World Cup champion and cricketing icon. In 1975, a teenage Kapil Dev unleashed his fiery pace, taking 6 wickets and bowling Punjab out for 63 in his debut. He dominated throughout the season, amassing 121 wickets. Though the following season saw highs and lows, his talent shone in key moments. He achieved his first 10-wicket haul in 1978 and showcased his batting prowess with half-centuries and eventually a career-best 193 in 1979. His standout Duleep Trophy performance earned him a national call-up. With an ever-growing fan base, Kapil Dev transitioned from domestic hero to rising national star. Kapil Dev's Test debut in Pakistan in 1978 announced the arrival of a raw talent. Though unimpressive stats masked it, his raw pace and bouncers rattled Pakistani batsmen, drawing their helmets out more than once. He bagged his maiden wicket, the legendary Sadiq Mohammed, with his signature outswinger. Dev's all-rounder genius blossomed in the Karachi Test, smashing India's fastest half-century, despite the eventual loss. Back home, he unleashed his fury against the West Indies, scoring his maiden Test century 126 and claiming 17 wickets. Ominously for England, his first overseas trip showcased a glimpse of his future dominance. A 5-wicket haul, albeit costly, in their mammoth total of 633. The iconic 6-Test Pakistan series in 1979-80 cemented his legend. He spearheaded India's 2 victories, with a crucial 69 at Wankhede and a phenomenal 10-wicket haul, and a blistering 84 in 98 balls at Chepauk. He called this his career-best all-round performance, with the second innings 56 runs and 7 wickets remaining his best bowling figures till then. During the series, he became the youngest player to achieve the coveted double of 100 wickets and 1,000 runs in Tests. Finishing with 32 wickets and 278 runs, Dev had transformed from a promising rookie into India's bowling spearhead, ready to conquer new heights. The 1980-81 Australian tour seemed destined to be another tale of Indian woe. Down 1-0 and chasing a paltry 143, India's hopes rested on a seemingly broken reed, Kapil Dev, struggling with a debilitating groin injury. Yet, this is where legend is forged. On the final day, defying medical advice and armed with painkillers, Dev unleashed a bowling blitz for the ages. He ripped through the Australian middle order, bagging a career best 528 in just 16.4 overs, securing a miraculous victory for India. This wasn't just a match-winning spell. It was a watershed moment, announcing the arrival of a true cricketing colossus. While Dev's Test exploits were already established, his foray into ODIs hadn't quite taken flight. Despite scoring his maiden ODI 50 against New Zealand, he struggled to translate his red ball dominance into the shorter format. However, his hunger for excellence never waned. After a humbling New Zealand tour, he returned to home soil for the 1981-82 England series, ready to prove his mettle. He did just that, dismantling the English batting with a 5-wicket haul in the first Test and amassing 318 runs and 22 wickets across the series, rightfully claiming the man of the series crown. England wasn't done with Dev's prowess yet. On their home turf in 1982, he opened with a thunderous 5-wicket haul and a ton at Lord's, even in a losing cause. Throughout the 3-match series, he amassed 292 runs and 10 wickets, once again etching his name on the man of the series trophy. His dominance wasn't restricted to established cricketing giants. Facing Sri Lanka for the first time in 1982-83, he kicked off the season with another 5-wicket haul. Kapil Dev's journey to cricket superstardom began in 1978 when he made his international debut at the age of 19. By 1983, he had established himself as a talented all-rounder capable of both swashbuckling batting and fiery bowling. However, his leadership qualities were relatively untested. That all changed when he was handed the captaincy of the Indian team for the 1983 Cricket World Cup. India were not among the favorites, having never won a World Cup match before. But under Dev's astute leadership, they embarked on a remarkable run. The turning point came in the group stage match against Zimbabwe. With India struggling at 17-4, Dev steadied the innings with a fighting 72. His knock, along with contributions from Roger Binney and Madan Lal, helped India post a respectable total of 267. They then restricted Zimbabwe to 170, securing a crucial victory. India continued their winning momentum, defeating England in the semi-finals to set up a clash with the mighty West Indies in the final. The Windies were the reigning champions and heavily favored to retain their title. But Dev and his men had other ideas. They put up a spirited fight, restricting the Windies to 140 after losing Gordon Greenidge early. The turning point came when Dev took a brilliant catch to dismiss Viv Richards, the West Indies' star batsman. With Richards gone, the Windies' batting crumbled, and India eventually won the match by 43 runs. This historic victory marked India's first World Cup title, and Dev was hailed as a national hero. Dev's leadership throughout the tournament was exemplary. He led by example with both his bat and ball, and his calm demeanor and tactical acumen inspired his teammates. His captaincy transformed India from underdogs to world champions, and his legacy continues to inspire generations of Indian cricketers. Dev's captaincy in the 1983 World Cup is a testament to his leadership skills and all-round cricketing ability. He united a team of talented individuals and turned them into world champions. His story is an inspiration to aspiring cricketers everywhere. India, reeling from a World Cup high, suffered a crushing 3-0 Test and 5-0 ODI defeat to the mighty West Indies. Despite Dev's career-best bowling 9 wickets to 83 runs, his inconsistent batting cost him the captaincy, with Gavaskar reclaiming the helm in 1984. Kapil Dev's journey as captain of the Indian cricket team was a roller coaster ride of highs and lows. While he led India to a famous Test series victory over England in 1986, his tenure was also marked by controversies and inconsistent performances. Reappointed captain in March 1985, Dev's leadership saw India clinch a historic Test series win over England in 1986. This included the legendary tied Test in Madras, where he shared the Man of the Match award with Australian batsman Dean Jones. However, the 1987 Cricket World Cup proved to be a bitter pill to swallow. In the opening match against Australia, Dev's controversial sportsmanship gesture of awarding his opponents 2 extra runs for a misjudged boundary call backfired as India fell short by just 1 run. Despite reaching the semi-finals, the World Cup ended in disappointment, with Dev facing the brunt of the blame for India's loss to England. He never captained India again, although he served as vice-captain on the tour to Pakistan in 1989. In the early 90s, Dev remained India's bowling spearhead despite captaincy changes. Notably, at Lord's 1990, his 4 sixes off Hemmings rescued India from follow-on. This match also saw Gooch's record 333 against India. Umpire Bird hailed Dev as an all-time great all-rounder. In ODIs, Dev became a crucial pinch hitter, boosting final overs scoring and anchoring shaky innings. In his final World Cup in 1992, under Azharuddin, he topped the strike rate with an impressive 125 runs per 100 balls. He even mentored young talents like Srinath and Prabhakar, his future successors. In 1994, he retired as the then record holder for most Test wickets, leaving behind a legacy of brilliance. The 1990s saw Kapil Dev reign as India's lead pace bowler, defying age and expectations. An iconic moment came at Lord's in 1990, where he pummeled spinner Hemmings with 4 consecutive sixes, propelling India past the follow-on target. Though overshadowed by Gooch's mammoth 333, Dev's feat cemented his legacy as one of the greatest all-rounders, as even umpire Dickie Bird declared. However, his coaching stint in 1999-2000 faced turbulence. Initial success against New Zealand was marred by whitewashes in tests against Australia and South Africa. the latter being India's first home series loss in 12 years. The subsequent ODI series, won under new captain Ganguly, became infamous for the Cronje match-fixing scandal. Amidst this turmoil, accusations of bribery from former player Prabhakar engulfed Kapil Dev. Under immense pressure, he resigned after a year, despite being later exonerated by both the CBI and BCCI investigations. While his coaching record with just one test win in 8 and 9 ODIs in 25 was underwhelming, his contributions to Indian cricket and his iconic cricketing moments remain forever etched in history.